Hey, I'm Spencer.
And I'm Britton.
And I'm Helen.
Since 2011, Buckethead has released 289 albums in his Pikes series, and we're going to listen to them.
3 at a time.
This is Getting Head.
Cast. Wow. Welcome, bot slogs, friends, and bucketheads. This is episode 37 of Gettin' Head, a Bucketcast.
Oh my god. Okay. I have a relevant 37 thing. Today I was talking about the film Clerks with my coworker, and I was telling my coworker my favorite line in that film, which is one of the parts in that film that I still think is pretty funny, is where one of the characters, Dante, is like having a freak out, and he screams, "My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks!" And then just a random customer in the store just goes, "In a row?" And it's a beautiful interchange, and I love it. So anyways, today's episode is about sucking dicks.
I guess that's a great segue into our guest.
Yeah, it's
sorry.
It's a good intro.
Yeah,
terrible.
really. That's why does that have to be the theme? Like I'm all about it, but
yeah, no, that's a better intro for you, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
I'm not
Probably,
the guest
yeah.
today.
Probably. Yeah.
So today we have a guest.
We do. A guest I've been looking forward to for a long time. I think that when we first talked about doing this, I think this person was one of my first suggestions for a guest.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Why don't you introduce
37
yourself?
episodes later, here I am.
So good. We made it.
Why don't you introduce yourself for us?
My name's Helen. I live in Alaska. I do shows as a really expensive hobby. We've brought up tons of different artists from Health to Lil Jon. So lots on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Have a good time doing music. Met both Britton and Spencer in their early less Buckethead-esque days.
I suppose that's true.
I would say that's accurate, yeah.
Yeah. And been chilling with you guys ever since. So
Hell yeah.
I not sure why I was invited to this, because I'm sure your other guests are way more first in the head that is Bucket. But here I am.
No one who we've had on really listens to Bucket. No one really listens to Buckethead.
I mean, outside us, obviously.
I mean, yeah.
Honestly, when I was driving, I was like, this is like a very first reaction to Buckethead. I was like, I should make a list of things that I would do while listening to Buckethead. Like, what would this be the background music for?
100%.
And do you guys have anything that you do while and you listen to Buckethead, like in the background?
I jerk off.
Yeah. I was gonna say I jerk off, and I take a shower.
Yeah. And you jerk off in the shower.
Of course.
I was thinking off-roading in a shitty truck.
Okay.
That would be definitely a good one.
Yeah, skiing would probably be really nice, I think. Instrumental music is great for skiing. Doing like stuff you have to like focus on a lot.
I thought robbing a bank would be interesting.
Oh, I like that too.
Buckethead in the background, kind of a heist.
What about robbing a McDonald's?
Yeah, accurate.
McDonald's usually
that's more Alaska. I feel like
McDonald's have a lot of cash on them. Yeah.
Or actually, to make this full circle, robbing a KFC.
There you go. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So KFCs actually make more per store than any other like major fast food chain.
Is that still accurate, or is
Their
that as of a
margin
few years
is
ago?
higher?
It was no. Well, they just make more I think profit per store or something like that. It was true in like 2018 or something like that. I saw
That's
it the other
fucked
day
up.
and I was like surprised at that.
I mean, McDonald's obviously makes more money simply by virtue of like there's forever of them.
Because they do less franchising. They own more of their own stores, so they make more by that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Has anyone truly ever seen Buckethead? Like, have you
Yeah.
gone through
Oh, yeah.
the Reddit and... Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have seen him.
I thought he was a mystery.
No, we know his name.
Yeah, we know his name, his birthday, like where he was born, pretty much where he lives. We know like who he is, kind of, like who he was born as. We know some of his ideas, not a lot of them. He does remain largely a mystery, and we'll actually get into it later today. There are some stories like that are part of his story and his mythos that are not necessarily true. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was cruising through Reddit and saw that he may be 6'8", and
He's
was
like
taken
6'6"
back
or
by that.
6'7", probably.
Wow, that's
He's very tall though.
Imposing.
And
with the bucket
on, he's like 7 feet tall.
That's at least 7 feet.
Yeah.
Certainly.
It's imposing.
So-
It's a big, scary dude in a mask.
So Helen, what's up with Alaska?
Yeah, what's going on up there?
Yeah.
It's a cold summer. I don't know what's going on. It sucks. It's like 55 degrees every day. And
Dang.
I want it to be
Really sucks.
I want it to be warm. I want it to be an actual summer.
Yeah.
It's just
Apparently,
It's not
going to
doing
get
it.
in the hundreds late this week.
Yeah, it's going to be in the hundreds here. We're fucked. It's going to be
Apparently
terrible.
this summer, it might get up to like the 110, 120s around Seattle.
Wait, what?
Yeah, or Eastern Washington, it's probably going to get into the 110, 120s. We have a chance of getting to like the 110s.
What the fuck? Dude, that's so
I know,
fucked.
dude. It's so fucked.
well, yeah. Do you guys have air AC in your apartment?
I do.
Spencer does. I need to get that. I have a lot of fans, but that's not going to do it in that temperature.
Yeah, I've got an AC unit, and that thing's fucking dope. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
like it a lot.
just going to crash at your place on the floor. If it
Yeah,
gets
that's
too
fine.
bad, Spencer.
Yeah, seriously, like if it gets too fucked up, you can come over.
I appreciate that. I should be fine.
Yeah.
I have lots of tips and tricks. Lots of tips and tricks.
You do that like you do that like ghetto thing where you just like put a fan in front of like a bunch of ice.
Yeah.
I'm having a great day because I just got tickets to Fast and Furious 9.
Sick.
Nice.
And you and I discussed
We did.
that, Spencer, in
We
length.
talked about that, which it really sounds like that shit is popping off. Like I haven't seen all of those films. I've seen a lot of them, but I know like
Yeah.
the people that like those movies like really like those movies. Like they're really into them, and like
They're taking John Cena to space. And so I
that's
need to
pretty
see how that
sick.
plays out.
I never thought that series would go to space, but I'm into the idea of them exploring the final frontier.
Indeed.
Like, what if they what if they make like an offshoot of this? It's like a TV show that's like Star Trek: The Next Generation, but it's like Vin Diesel in a car in space.
Oh, or if they just reboot Star Trek TNG, but Vin Diesel is Picard.
Yeah,
How about that
I
shit?
mean that I would watch that. Yeah,
I would watch the
What if-
fuck out of that.
yeah.
What if you guys threw a party during Pride called Fast and the Curious? Like,
That's actually dope as hell.
Yeah,
That
that's
would
pretty
be-
good.
Yeah, and it's just be like, just wear like a white wife beater and like boot cut jeans.
and drink Corona and call everyone family.
Yeah, that's the theme.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, into that. Oh man, we've had some really awesome shows with you, Helen.
Yeah.
A
lot of theme
some of the more interesting shows I've ever played, for sure.
For sure. Some of the most interesting shows I've ever seen, honestly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go into that. We never really had to be told no.
Yeah.
And
that was an interesting thing.
Do you remember?
That's it's interesting. When no one tells you no, it's interesting where the mind
feel like
goes.
The peak of this, the absolute peak of this, is a show that never happened, but it was the show with the styrofoam packing peanuts. The blizzard. We were gonna create an indoor blizzard using fans and tons of packing peanuts. It would have been so amazing.
Didn't one of us have like a really good hookup on?
Did you guys remember
the
the dry foam party?
I heard about that.
That's where the packing peanuts came from, and he filled the room with packing peanuts.
That's right.
And then we were like, we can do it again with the rock show.
Totally.
But then
That's
have more fans. It legitimately did happen. And so here's the only problem with a packing peanuts party. This is amazing. We're going here in my memory bank because I have not thought about this in like 10 years.
So you fill up a club with packing peanuts.
We threw a dry foam party with packing peanuts, and we got sponsored by a shipping company, and we trucked in
beautiful
4 pallets of packing peanuts. But here's the problem. We thought we were really smart, and we were getting the eco ones, the ones that are biodegradable.
Sure.
So we were like, well, we don't want to throw that much styrofoam away.
Right.
Well, we were like, all we need to do is hose it down. Well, the problem with those biodegradable ones is they don't exactly break down. They break down into a sticky goo that then hardens.
Oh my god.
So then there was just sticky packing peanut material for at least 4 months. The worst thing I've ever had to clean up was not actually a foam party. It was a hay party. It was like a farmer.
No, that's disgusting.
And there was a bunch of hay.
No,
this is in a club.
You brought in a bunch of bugs.
This is in a club.
What you mean.
We cleaned up hay.
Bugs.
Hay is the worst to clean up.
So did you just have like
peanuts? Maybe number 2.
Did you just have like bales of hay around that people could like sit on and shit?
Correct.
Oh,
yes.
Did people just like spill drinks into that shit and make it like horrible?
The thing is like I was like 18, so like I didn't really have any standard of what nightlife was. And then I went and traveled, and I was like, oh, people don't actually just dump hay in the middle of the room.
Yeah, like come to think of it, Alaska clubs are really weird.
Yeah,
like, super weird.
Super
the things
weird.
They do there.
People
and
are
the
freaked
they
out.
Consider like a night.
Legitimately, people come up and they're like, "Whoa, you guys are intense," because they're like not ready for. I mean, it's interesting when we did that last like in Zombie show upstairs, and we scripted it all out with using Windows 95 backgrounds. We actually were very trendy. Because then that became such a thing.
It really did, yeah. With like the vaporwave shit and like, this is the 90s adoration.
We had just we were just like, let's bring back those weird Windows 95 backgrounds and let's just play to that. And I don't know. And then I still, to this day, I've still never seen like a zombie edited only the attacks and a speed thrash band playing in front of it. So I think it could still go off nationally. It's interesting too, because new metal now is so
hip,
trendy as well. And you and I were talking a little bit about that, how we just embraced it as like ironic, and then somewhere along the way now it's
just good again.
We've tricked ourselves to now enjoy it.
We've come full circle on it completely, and like that's such an interesting thing, because like I remember living through that time, and sure there were like there was stuff among that I liked, but I was not all about it, and then like the public backlash to that stuff, I've never seen something so popular turned on like so quickly. Like I feel like around 2004, like 2004 is right around the time where like just all of a sudden everybody was like, nah, like this is not it. Like this is not it. And it just kind of stopped being a thing.
No, you know what I think happened is like in 2004, people are like, wait a second, this is corny.
Interesting.
then-
Well, hip hop became way bigger
Well,
it did.
because then that's really the new metal
But also,
evolution.
like most
Yeah.
people didn't make like that type of music after that because it was like seen as corny.
Mhm.
Now, like a couple years ago, people realize, hey, corny's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, because
And
it's
so-
unique.
It is.
It's like a
It-
very
it's like-
unique aesthetic and sound.
Yeah, and it's like there is like some like disingenuous, like silly part of it, but
Mhm.
like it is like genuine music, and it is like a genuine output.
Mhm.
True.
Yeah,
For sure.
Also, do you guys notice that it's 9:00 outside? Do you guys
Nice.
notice that? I
Nice.
just realized
Windows closed
you guys
most
are all
of the
in
time
like moody
'cause
lighting, and I'm just like,
I'm a
yeah, what's up? It's
vampire.
like 11 a.m.
Yeah. Well, it's a
Yeah,
let-
summer solstice was yesterday,
Nice.
so you know it's gonna be like this till like 1 a.m.
hell yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Alaska's
Super
such a
duper.
time.
It's a
place.
time,
It's a
and like some
place.
of us are
Yeah.
just still stuck in that time, but here, we're doing it.
It's like the being light out at night, like never really like affected me that much as a kid because I always had like blackout shades or whatever, and I was just like,
just rally.
whatever, Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and then like when I got older, it was like, oh yeah, it's fucking light out. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. I like it's great for if you want to just fucking party.
Oh yeah,
It
it's
fucking
really
rocks.
nice for that.
It's-
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we would just like drive anywhere at like 1 a.m. when it's still like it looks like 2 p.m. everywhere else in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
just fucking do Sobe bong hits in the fucking woods.
Yeah. Yep.
Hell yeah.
So be
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude,
Listen to
Sobe
black
bongs were
metal.
essential to being a teenager. Essential.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
you don't even know.
I kind of, when I see him in the cooler, because when I see like when we're talking about mapping space and coolers and stuff, and they're like, well, you gotta, and then Sobe's over here. I'm like, Sobe? It's like when people say fuse. I'm like, what? It's crazy. I think the only one that I have come to kind of, it's not our brand, but I've come to like appreciate it is like Snapple, because I feel like they've been through everything. They're kind of like the indie darlings of refreshments. Like they're like this, they're still around. And they didn't ever have like, there weren't the Coca-Cola, they weren't the big thing. And like, dude, we've had Snapple for like, I don't even know.
Damn.
Wait, how old is Snapple?
Wait, who the fuck owns Snapple? Does Coca-Cola own Snapple?
No, it's I want to say it's actually part of the Keurig it's part of the Keurig Dr. Pepper family. But Dr. Pepper is distributed through Coca-Cola, so
Sure, sure.
So
a bit,
Spencer,
but
Like-
Snapple.
What's the let's talk about soft drinks for a second here. Like who's
1972.
who's the Weezer of soft drinks?
I mean, honestly, I do think it's on. I think you hit it right there. I think that is Snapple.
Mm.
Because
You think
they
Snapple is
had
the
that
Weezer?
indie peak,
Interesting.
and it was like, whoa, this is pretty cool.
You
And
know,
then now you see it,
you-
and you're like,
you know what I
"Ooh,
think they
yeah, that's
actually
kind
are?
of, yeah.
I think they're Diet Mountain Dew.
Weezer
They're-
is Diet Mountain
yeah.
Dew.
Weezer's 100% Diet
Really?
Mountain Dew. Yeah, because they're like, there's this thing that like people who drink it and listen to it, people who consume it, think it's like edgy and cool, when it's really just like super fucking corporate and bland.
Interesting. Yeah, that is a
People-
good.
I didn't know people thought Diet Mountain Dew was edgy.
Yeah, it's like marketed as like extreme. It's like the fucking it has caffeine.
I don't
It's
think
lemon.
anybody that drinks Diet Mountain Dew is like in any way edgy.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I compare them to Weezer, is because they're not in any way edgy, but they see themselves that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think. See, I thought Weezer saw themselves as like indie, like they're up there with, like, I don't know, like they think they're up there with like the Strokes.
Dude,
and they're,
They think they're like this nerdy cool when they're really just kinda
Weezer is
dorky.
the Big Bang Theory of music.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they
See,
think they're nerdy cool when they're just kind of dorky. Like, yeah.
interesting.
I wouldn't say they're dorky. I would say they're lame.
Yeah. Like they used to
I
just be
think-
dorky. Now they're lame.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to say that the band Fish is Sobe because you used to take bong hits on them, and
Hell
now
yeah.
you can't
I
like
didn't
find
think
them in a
about
cooler.
Yeah. No, like
yeah,
Fish though is like a glass Sobe bottle.
yeah.
By the way,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
see-
want you all to guess how much a Sobe bottle costs on eBay,
$3.99.
or how much a glass Sobe bottle.
A glass Sobe bottle.
$3.99.
So
I'm gonna go $23.99 because it's limited edition.
I'm gonna show you all the last ones that sold. So the kind of the average prices for ones that sell.
What?
Cheap,
Wow.
$40, $35 with free
Yeah.
shipping.
You
Probably-
Yeah, because
you know
the thing with the lizard,
you know the
the
only
vintage lizard ones.
the only people buying these are people buying these to make fucking bongs.
I was gonna say I was thinking of buying one so I could make you a fucking pong.
Jesus Christ. No, I do not
be
need
sick.
Sobe bongs in my
Yeah,
life.
you do.
I
Yes, you
I love
do.
it.
Spencer,
no.
I'm gonna pick you up and we're gonna go to
Oh
a
my
forest
God.
somewhere.
Now they don't sell Life Water. Is that why Life Water is $98?
Why is
I'm not
life,
pumped.
yeah, why is Life Water $98? What the fuck? Life
Where?
Water sucks.
Where's Life Water?
Like up in the
Right
upper
in
right,
that
upper right,
pop-up.
upper right in the
Oh.
pop up.
Oh, it's a case of 6. What the fuck?
That doesn't make yeah. Isn't it because it's sold out? Like it.
Yeah. I don't know. Amazon sells.
So like Sobe's still a
What's
thing,
your
right?
favorite drink that's like not around anymore?
Oh, ooh.
Pepsi Blue, Spencer.
Pepsi Blue's back, dude. Did you hear
You're
that?
right. I thought it was only in Europe. Or
No, it's
Asia,
it's
though?
in like the East Coast, I think, right now, or like Texas or something.
Oh.
It's not here yet, but it is back because it has like a new lame label. Yeah, see the new dumb label. It's not as cool as the old label, the new metal label. I like they should reissue it and call it the new metal label, like Pepsi Blue, and then just really lean hard into the new metal.
Oh yeah.
Like I want.
Do you guys remember a drink called Orbits?
Oh yeah, I remember Orbits. I had it once.
Do you think anyone has sold that? Like, I
Oh,
wonder if they're sealed
dude,
bottles.
Orbits. Yeah. It's still
I
it's still in
vaguely remember
circulation.
this. Yeah. That looks weird.
It's so cool,
Dude,
Oh,
I
like
love-
people also ask, what were the balls in Orbits?
That's a good question.
what were the balls? Can you click that, please?
Gelatin balls.
That's
Gelatin
gross.
balls.
So piece.
gross.
It's a meat soda.
Oh my god!
It is
This-
meat soda.
This is
That's
like
so
a
gross.
horse soda, probably.
Oh man, you know who? Spencer used to drink so much balls.
Dude, balls
Dude,
was
you
my
guys-
I
shit.
love balls. Dude, the balls root beer.
So
rocks.
good. Yeah.
Balls
It's-
cherry, pretty good.
Balls
Regular
cherry is
balls is fine.
Yeah, balls cherry.
Yeah.
Balls they're all pretty good for energy drinks.
Yeah. If for whatever reason you're listening to this and you're not familiar with what balls is, it's spelled BAWLS, and it's I guess like energy soda. That's
Yeah, and it was
sold
marketed towards
in the
gamers.
North America.
Yeah, it was marketed towards gamers and also marketed towards like the idea that like guarana was made from like bull testicles or whatever.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Yeah,
It's not though.
it's not.
That's so
But that
weird.
was, like,
I
a
never
rumor.
heard that as being a thing.
I wonder how much gelatin I consumed as a child.
Oh,
via
yeah.
Orbits.
Dude, like
And maybe that's why my hair and skin were doing pretty good.
Spencer,
It's
would
possible.
you break veganism to drink Orbits?
I used to pound I loved
so
it.
when Orbits was a thing, I preferred a crystal Canadian, clearly Canadian.
Right there, clearly Canadian.
I was
Yeah, and
super into
Fruitopia.
clearly Canadian.
Ooh, Fruitopia. That was a Coca-Cola thing. That was
Yeah. Fruitopia
no
was like
longer.
the jet set radio of drinks.
I had a Coke with coffee, zero.
I saw that
right
at my
before we-
local Target, and I thought about picking it up,
Mhm.
but I didn't. Is it worth checking out?
Yes, starts like a Coke, finishes like a coffee, available in zero, caramel, vanilla. And it's wonderful. I didn't drink the whole can. I split it with Daniel because he is currently doing a microbiology lab in the other room.
Oh.
But we split it. And so that was approximately 35 milligrams of caffeine. So enough for a podcast.
Sure.
Just like a little bit more.
A little boost.
Yeah. I was at work a little bit late doing a project. I was cleaning up some wires under a desk so I can access my stand-up desk, because that drives me crazy when you do a stand-up desk and all the wires drop.
Yeah. You got a cable manage.
Wire looping or whatever you call it.
Cable management. Yeah. I do a lot of that. Mm-hmm. You got to cable manage.
You kind of do. It's like, at first I was like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But it feels claustrophobic. All the wires underneath. It's not nice. I don't like it.
It's not nice. So I don't like it either. It up. Hell yeah.
And honestly, my office is PC based, and I hate that too, because then we wouldn't even need wires if we had.
It's true. It's true in some circumstances. Hey, Britt.
What's up, Spencer?
Let's talk.
Will you hit me with a bucket fact? Will you hit us with a bucket fact?
I would love to hit you with a
bucket fact, 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 bucket fact.
So, unfortunately, I gotta start this bucket fact with a redaction.
Oh shit, we fucked up. You fucked up.
I fucked up in my research. I didn't look at my sources and confirm them, or see opposing viewpoints, I guess. So back 3 episodes ago on episode 34, we discussed Buckethead getting mad and wanting to join the military after seeing a KFC being burned in Pakistan.
Oh, right. Yeah, we did talk about that. Helen's face does it all for me right now. Amazing.
So, this, as well as the claim that Buckethead watched pornography in the studio while recording Chinese Democracy.
Well, that one in particular, that one came from multiple sources, though. Like that
did it?
It did. Yeah, I can cite those. We can talk about that part later. But I've definitely seen multiple sources on that.
Okay. Both of them, I could only really find the original source. There were people talking about that story, but the only person who claims to have actually been a part of that story was Guns N' Roses manager, A&R manager, Tom Zutaut, who worked for Motley Crue previously and has been shown to very much embellish or sometimes maybe even fabricate stories entirely.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm open to that.
Brian Mantia in interviews has rebuked both of these claims and even went so far as to make a video calling him out.
Oh, interesting. Weird.
So
I didn't know that.
So that's a redaction. The actual bucket fact this week is Dan Monti and Buckethead are the most prolific recorded musical collaboration ever, having collaborated on over 300 albums together. The next closest is the band The Fall, with Mark E. Smith and bassist Steve Hanley collaborating on at least 82 albums together.
What is The Fall?
They're I think a British post-punk band that have been around. I think they just broke up a few years ago, but they were around for 40-something years, almost 5 decades.
Huh. I feel like I've never heard of that band, but they have 82 albums.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
No, they have way more than 82 albums. Just those two collaborated on over 82 albums. They have 100 and some albums together.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bucket facts.
Cool. We listened to 3 Buckethead albums.
We did. We listened to 3 Pikes this week. Are these so let's before we jump into that, Helen, tell us about your previous experience with Buckethead. Did you know about him before coming on the show?
No, I got really confused and I thought for some reason he was a part of Limp Bizkit and
honestly,
West Portland is really weird. Like,
Yeah, and then I got confused. Yeah, so then I was like, oh no, wait, that's West Portland, not Buckethead. So I, for so long, thought West Portland was Buckethead, and now I'm just not, like, as of like, I don't know, a year ago,
yeah,
I found out it was an actual different person. So
makes sense.
Maybe.
I don't. Yeah. So then, I pretty much, I think I listened to it maybe once on YouTube prior, and I thought it sounded, some of the albums I listened to sounded like Primus, but not as shitty. So
that's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, that is a nice way to put it. There's definitely some shit like that out there.
It's definitely.
So I mean, I actually didn't mind it. It's kind of funny. Like, you put it on in the background and you're cleaning and you're like, it can, that's what I was saying. I was like, man, what would I do to this music? And I'm like, okay, I would go off-roading and like rob a bank. I would do a heist, but other stuff too. Like, I clean, and to be more mellow about it, I clean my house to it because it's just kind of good.
Yeah.
Jam music.
That's chill.
And I know there's a cult following. And so then when I went in through the Reddit, I was like actually pretty appreciative of how up to date it was and how many fans and interaction it had. And so I kind of gave, I kind of had a little bit of an appreciation for the Buckethead community.
Yeah.
And
you know what's interesting
music.
about that is that like he like doesn't interact with people like really at all outside of like sending them packages and shit. Like, he doesn't really give interviews, and he doesn't really like just talk to people. He just makes art. Like, that's it. Just kind of cool. And like, I mean, well, it's definitely cool, but it's like, it's interesting that like a community formed around that's like so passionate about it without like any interaction from him really outside of like playing shows and shit.
Sure. I encountered one user on Reddit that wanted to wire their tomb to play all of the Pikes albums.
Oh, that's
forever. So
amazing.
To their corpse.
So we're actually, yeah, we're gonna talk about that for sure later.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's great stuff. It's great stuff.
So we listened to Pikes.
So awkward, like you're ready to tell me that you've already set it up, and that was actually you. You were the user.
Oh my god! That would be sick.
That's the big reveal.
That would be sick. But like
actually,
that's against my idea of it. I don't want to seed the community and then like harvest nonsense that I instigated. Like that's not fair. I like to observe the users in their natural habitat.
Yeah.
Can I read something pretty beautiful though from number 109 when we get there?
Sure. Well, sure.
Well, we have a certain segment for that.
We have a segment where we read YouTube comments. So like we'll get to that.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
Save it for.
They're amazing.
Well, so save it for then. If you do have something like that, save it for then because you can do it and it'll be great.
Okay.
So we listened to Pikes 109, 110, and 111. The left panel, Wall to Wall Cobwebs, and Night of the Snowmole, respectively.
We did it. We're at 111, baby. We listened to a lot of Pikes. 109 though. Remind me what it was called.
The left panel, released on February 3rd, 2015, just 4 days after the previous Pike Collect itself.
4 days after.
Sorry, did I say before?
No, I don't think you did. I was just commenting that it was 4 days after.
Oh.
Holy shit. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. So, okay. This one was, another really like mellow and expressive Pike. Yeah, and a lot of people really seem to like vibe with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Buckethead has done quite a few records like this one. And this is not my favorite of those. But
No.
it does have some nice moments, like some actually pretty nice guitar playing moments for sure.
I mean, it's another one of the 2-song ones, and the last several Pikes now have been, a collection of 1 to like 4 songs. It's been that way for a while now, and it's getting to the point where it seems like he's doing a lot more drag and drop stuff, but he's being a lot more prolific and putting out a lot more albums in a lot less time. So seeing it that way, like, he is like covering a lot more ideas in a lot less time. He's just segmenting it up into a lot more albums and a lot longer songs.
Yeah. This one is mellow. I mean, it's nice. I mean, for example, I feel like if you haven't listened to one of these type of Buckethead albums, it's probably okay. I don't know. Tell me, Helen, what did you think?
Well, I had to wonder the day. It makes sense. It was in February. It's kind of dark. I don't know. It's a little bit, like you said, a little bit more emotional.
Yeah.
Of the albums. And so it's kind of interesting because, like, where is Buckethead based out of?
California.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're not really getting any, like, snow too much.
No, he's around LA, so he's enjoying good weather year round.
Okay.
Which is weird, right? Because, like, you get the vibe that he has, like, experienced some, like, I mean, it sounds kind of like rain. It's like a rainy kind of album, you know? But, like, he's not around rain, which is weird.
It rains there sometimes, so he might make an album in a day. You don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. He could definitely have made this album in a day.
Rainy day album.
It's interesting, like, you kind of, like, you look at things that were going on. It looks like Obama asked Congress for authority to fight ISIS. That may have I don't know. The governor of Oregon resigned. That's probably not going to be something he was.
No,
he does make very political music.
An executive action on immigration was blocked, and the FCC voted to regulate internet service.
Oh yeah, he's probably a big like EFA guy, like Electronic Freedom Foundation, or is it EFF?
I don't know.
Yeah,
electronic something. It's the Will Wheaton thing, the Electronics Freedom Foundation. I think y'all know about that.
No.
I don't know. All the big like techie bros online that are, I don't know, they're always like, oh yeah, right to the internet. It's people that don't believe in like it's people that are for net neutrality. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Net neutrality.
Net neutrality is essential. It's good, but like that's their whole like organization. I bet Buckethead is into that. I bet Buckethead's into net neutrality. Yeah. He seems like a reasonable dude.
Oh yeah,
and like a reasonably like skilled dude. Like, I mean, he does stuff. He's probably pretty smart. Like, probably like is pretty good at using like DAWs and stuff, and like probably pretty good with computers, I would imagine. Or maybe he just like knows one particular way of doing things. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I look at like his pedals, for example. Like, he doesn't use a pedal board, which I think is like, it's stressful for me. But also like it shows like a freewheeling aspect to him, like
a certain ruggedness.
Yeah.
Now they're saying online that it was known that the left panel was known as one of Buckethead's all-time worst releases.
What?
Interesting. Where does it say that online?
Yeah, where does it say that online?
Here, I'll send my source.
Like, is it just like
there's a reviewer. His name is just some guy.
It's just a reviewer.
So.
Oh, great. So it's literally just some guy.
Yeah, literally. Fuck that guy. We don't give a shit what that guy says. I don't think this is but one of Buckethead's worst releases. I think this is fine.
He rated it 30 out of 100.
Out of 100? What kind of
said it was?
What kind of fucking misogynist is this? Out of 100.
Another one of Buckethead's calm albums. But like, here's my thing. I think that if you're a fan of an artist, you have to be a fan of them through all of their different, moods and emotions. And if you kind of, if you are a fan of his way of translating emotions into art, then I don't know why you would be so upset about this one. I actually thought for like, if I were to put this on in February, I actually would probably dig it.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty emotional.
Yeah. It's got like,
I didn't think it was repetitive.
It's got like a really nice solo at the end too, like where he's like being all expressive on the guitar, and it's like a little overdriven. He's doing those leads, but he's doing it all like emotional type, you know, where he's like letting notes like fall out and like all that sort of stuff. It's like, it's cool, like it's a vibe, you know, and like he's good at that vibe. Like, I mean, that music could be used to like soundtrack something for sure.
Yeah, I mean, something pretty sleepy though, especially like with the drums where they are like the drums are very not exciting,
like,
and they're very lazy at times,
like drone video of the ocean, you know, and shit like that. Like,
okay,
that's what I'm feeling. Like, it's like perfect music for stuff like that, or like a really artsy porn.
No, I don't think
I could see it. Some of that artsy porn does have like that kind of a soundtrack though, that like ambient, you know, melodic soundtrack. Like, have you not seen that stuff? Like, that definitely exists.
It's not quite like this. Not.
I don't know, man. I've definitely seen stuff kind of like this.
Not as like post rocky, really. Send me your sources, Spencer.
All right, I will.
Do it, pussy. All right. So Helen, after each album, we like to imagine. I don't know if you looked at the covers to these albums, but they say Buckethead Land on the cover, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we like to imagine that Buckethead Land is a place much like Disneyland, where there are rides and attractions and restaurants and amenities and things like that. And so after each album, each Pike in Buckethead Land, we assign it a place in the park.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this album would play by a fountain. I think it's definitely fountain music.
Oh, yeah. What if they did like one of those fountain shows to it? You know, have you ever been to like Vegas where they do like the fountain show bullshit?
Yeah, it'd have to be like a mellow midday one though, not like a nighttime exciting one.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't. Well, I'm a little like, what other places in the park are there? Could complement this place.
I don't know. So it's super mellow. So what
it's gotta be somewhere mellow.
Good?
If there's
maybe a lounge.
So I thought elevators. Is elevator
would be good, or like you know how like in Nordstrom they have like a ladies' lounge before the restroom with a couch and shit like that. This would be nice ladies' lounge music.
Damn, I wish there were dude lounges, but they'd be so gross.
Where you like feed your baby? Yeah, that'd be really gross. The dudes would just like hang out there and like hit their vape pens.
The dudes feed their babies.
Yeah.
They just hit their vape pens.
If, like, I saw a webcomic about this the other day, but it was pretty good. It's like, what if like dudes had to feed the babies, but like from their dicks?
Okay.
I don't like that idea.
That one's coming out in post.
Yeah, I don't. I dislike that.
And we're all going to jail.
Pike 110, Wall to Wall Cobwebs, released on February 14th, 2014. Just 11 days. 11 days after Pike 109, the left panel.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I liked this one a lot, actually. Like, I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I thought it was
Spencer, you're going to send us all to jail.
I liked this one.
Then you better edit that out. Oh my God.
I think...
just bleep the words that are bad, but leave everything else.
There's nothing bad there. I like this a lot more, even though it was 3 songs again. It offered like a lot of variety,
and like
songs.
Super upbeat.
Yeah, and like some sick riffs and some sick melodies. Like, I actually really like this one. I feel like this is one of the most enjoyable Pikes in a while. Like, I think it's like a really strong album, and like it's one of the ones where like I listen to it and I'm like, dang, like if there were vocals on this, like this would have made a splash. Like this,
the second song especially, like
Yeah.
it really use vocals. It's awesome. The first song stands alone as an instrumental. It slaps.
But like the one with like the really like down-tuned guitar, and it's like it's like kind of Mastodon-ish riffs, and I'm like, dude, like if this had vocals, like people would have like been about this. I think like it's sick. Like I liked it. I thought it was fun.
The last song, Wall to Wall Cobwebs, I was expecting something a little more spidery. Like I don't know if you remember from Pike 8 Racks, the song Spider Wall.
Oh yeah, vaguely. I actually do remember that. There's like a weird like tapping thing or something in it.
Yeah. It sounds very spidery. It sounds like a wall of spiders.
It does.
And this is called Wall to Wall Cobwebs, and I was expecting something almost similar.
Yeah.
Seeing the title before it played, and it's a lot more like mellow than that. It's kind of like alt metal-ish. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I like the solos in the beginning.
Solos are great in the beginning, especially on the first song. Like he does like these little trills in between riffs, where he'll just be like playing a riff, and then he'll just like bust out a whole bunch of like 30-second note like runs, and just go back to what he was doing. It rocks. It's really cool.
It is really cool.
Super fast stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of echoes in the like echoey a little bit
he used
too,
a lot of effects,
but in a good way, like with the effects and whatnot.
Yeah, he does really cool use of effects as like an instrument and like as a solo tool on this album. It's pretty sick.
There's lots of sick stuff out there though.
There is. I thought it was pretty cool. I think it'd be a great soundtrack to a spider-themed dark ride in Buckethead land.
Oh, interesting.
You're all about these dark rides.
Some kind of coast, like some kind of roller coaster. Maybe not like the most intense one, but like one that you would kind of like a warm-up roller coaster. Like
warm up.
I don't know.
Okay. Like something that like starts to show you the park. And it's like a very
little
casual
bit more
roller.
Yeah.
It has a few like turns and stuff here and there.
You know what?
No flips.
Now that you both are here, I can share an Alaska specific fact about myself that's relevant to this conversation right now.
All right.
The only roller coaster I have ever been on is the Chinese dragon ride at the Alaska State Fair.
Isn't it called the Dragon Wagon?
I don't think it's called that.
I think.
Are you? So wait a minute. Now, let's pick this apart. Are you? Do roller coasters? You don't like them? I'm guessing.
No,
now.
I mean, like I just don't go to theme parks because it seems like a giant waste of my time.
So
okay, hold on. Wait.
I'm sorry. Hold up. Before that, can I tell you why I think it was definitely named the Dragon Wagon?
Please.
It's because I remember when I was 14 years old, I wrote like a song to the tune of "Fight for Your Right to Party," and the lyrics were, "Living at home is such a dragon. Your mom took away your copy of REO Speedwagon."
Did that happen to you?
I remember my parents actually like kept the lyrics for some reason.
Like you couldn't just listen to them?
Okay, Britton, Sherry's just Google Dragon Wagon roller coaster. 100% it's that.
Yeah.
It's that ride. I saw the first picture and I was like, that is what Spenser wrote.
Okay.
100%.
Bring it up
that's the same
screen.
ride.
On screen. I'm going to talk at you like you're a computer in Star Trek. On screen. It was right at the perfect time. That was so good. Oh, yeah, it's definitely that. Shit, It is called the Dragon Wagon.
That's what I'm saying. You fucking wrecked that fucking Dragon Wagon, dog.
Wow, you can literally look it up on Wikipedia. It has a Wikipedia page? It's
legend. Dragon Wagon is legend, bro.
I'm a Dragon Wagon legend. At the Alaska State Fair, I would always ride the Dragon Wagon. I was always like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do it.
So you really like at your heart, you like roller coasters.
I guess.
You want to ride them, but you think theme parks are a waste of time.
Well, I mean, like, in the life I've had thus far, yes. Like I've never,
We gotta.
I don't know, like I've never
Spencer.
dated somebody that was like into going on a roller
Spencer, we
coaster.
gotta
Like I've
take
never
a-
like.
I never went on a date to one, but I gotta tell
I
you,
don't think I have friends that are into roller coasters unless y'all are
I'm
into roller
so
coasters.
into
I don't
roller
know.
coasters. We gotta go to
I
a
can tell you
fucking
that-
theme park, dog.
I'll take you to Universal and to Disneyland in a day if we need to go. Like I'm not like I'm definitely not like the weird adults that like Disney and like wear the clothes and stuff.
No, certainly
weirds me
not.
out.
No, those people are so weird. I work with a
But
bunch
I
of
will
those people.
tell you,
Not cool.
I bought a pass, like the skip the line pass, because I'm, from Alaska. Like I don't want to. I'm like, I don't get to go all the time.
Sure.
I don't want to wait. I'm gonna skip the line.
Makes
I
sense.
don't wanna wait.
I straight up went on the Transformers roller coaster ride like 4 times in a row
Hell yeah.
because I just was like, this is so
I bet that rocks.
amazing. And like Bumblebee is like lifting you up and throwing you in the city, and it's insane.
That rocks.
Rides now are crazy.
Yeah, dude. Think about it's like entertainment. It's like going to like a very short movie, but it's like physical the entire time. It rules. It's really cool.
I want to, Spencer, I want to go to the Star Wars land or whatever.
Yeah.
So we should go.
Okay.
But
The
we're
blue
also
milk.
going
The
to
blue.
France,
The blue milk is
so-
alcoholic, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, because we got to get fucked up on the blue milk, obviously.
That sounds, what the fuck is the blue milk?
In like the Star Wars not episode 1, but like A New Hope, where Luke is
In
with
the
his
cantina.
family. They drink the blue milk.
I didn't know it was
Oh,
called blue
that's
milk.
right.
Okay.
Never
Yeah,
mind,
so
that
like
doesn't-
they drink the blue milk. Well, they made the blue milk into a drink that you can get at the Star Wars land. I have some friends that have gotten it before. They say it's okay. They say
Is it
they say
vegan?
it's vegan, or there's a vegan option or something. So
Okay.
Yeah, because I would need that.
yeah, obviously,
I
like
could be
dude, who
drinking
wants
no
to drink a
straight
bunch of
milk in the
fucking
heat.
milk? Like,
that is like milk and alcohol is not a great mix.
dude,
I
well, tell
might
that to the
know.
Turks.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, White Russians, actually. I've had a few and
Yeah,
enjoyed them.
White
but-
Russians too. Yeah, I remember when I was like 20 and I was playing like Halo 3 or whatever. No, it wasn't Halo 3. I would have been too old for that. But then I was playing Halo Reach. Yeah.
Never too old for Halo.
No, that's true. But I was playing Halo Reach and I was drinking White Russians and playing Halo Reach. I was like 22 or whatever. That was the life, man.
22. Yeah, you probably were like reading Bukowski. Second Pike 111.
No.
Night of the Snowmole, February
There we go.
17th, 2015, just 3 days after the previous Pike.
Wow. We got
What a crazy roller coaster of emotions. Speaking of roller coaster,
truly. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, this one's just like a kind of a funky alt rock album.
Yeah. There's some shredding there, though. Like, there's some
lots
shredding.
of riffs, lots of leads, lots of solos interspersed throughout. Definitely kind of keeps a very consistent theme throughout the album.
Mhm. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Not as engaging as the previous Pike. The previous Pike really like
Yeah,
that was
the
a really
previous Pike
rad
threw me for a
Pike.
loop.
I like that
It
one a
was.
lot. And like this
For
one
sure,
is
for sure.
good in some of the same ways, but it's not as engaging overall. It's a little different in some ways too, which is fine. It's good. It's good, but it's not as good as the previous one.
Yeah. It's all right though. Like if
Yeah.
you're into his alt rocky stuff with like a lot of solos,
Yeah.
that's what this offers. Lots of leads,
Who's
lots of solos.
Who's not
he does
into
his-
a lot of solos?
Sorry?
Who's not into a lot of solos? I mean, come on.
I mean, guitar solos to me like kind of get old. Like if he were soloing on something else, like if he did more like bass stuff, that'd be cool. I don't know. Or if he did something if he did more acoustic guitar and more like nylon string, I'd really dig that. I really love his nylon string stuff.
hell yeah.
You know, it's just like he's kind of done something, a variation of something similar, I'd say for the past like maybe 15 Pikes now. Like And I'm looking forward to that one, like Pike 13, I'd say, that is just like a whoa, that was totally unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one wasn't bad. This goes somewhere in the average of Pikes, I'd say.
Average Pikes.
An average Pike.
The cover was like creepy.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
really
think
something.
it would be in the horror part of the park due to the cover.
Sure.
And the title, when you guys sent it,
what about-
it was Phantom Steamboat, and I just want to say that is where it would be in the park,
Sure.
and there's a Phantom Steamboat
What about
ride.
rock and roll horror? Damn it, Britt needs to be back for this. We just gotta wait for Britt. I don't know where Britt went. Damn it, Britt.
He just left because he's like,
It's like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go away. Man, Kitty Cat really wants to hang out with me. Come on, Kitty Cat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here. She really wants to get up here. I don't know why she's not. Come here. There you go. Kitty Cat's nice. Wow, thanks, Britt. Good job.
Brendan, when you were gone, we said that this would be in the Phantom Steamboat ride of the park
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
due to the cover and
Yeah.
the song.
Britt,
Yeah.
rock and roll horror. It's
Rock
a
and roll
genre.
horror.
It's a genre of music. We've watched a lot of rock and roll horror together. It's
one of
something
my
I really
favorite
enjoy.
genres. I'd say probably my favorite of the genre, Shock 'em Dead, is incredible.
Is that the one that we watched where like the dude like becomes
Michelangelo Battio.
Yeah, where yes,
Yep,
where he becomes Michelangelo Battio and then
correct.
like joins that band and like is just a crazy person. That movie's
That's correct.
amazing.
That movie
Helen, have you
rules.
watched Shock 'em Dead?
No,
You should watch that with
was-
Daniel. It would be amazing. It's so
other
good.
great ones. Rockula is fucking next level.
I've never seen Rockula.
It's so good. It's on my server. Totally. We should watch Rockula.
Let's do it.
If you're no, it might be too late after this, but we should watch Rockula sometime.
Yeah, let's watch Rockula. I'm
It
into it.
fucking rules. Also, Rocktober Blood is very
Oh
good.
yeah, I think I watched Rocktober Blood with you.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think
Rock and Roll Nightmare is also sick as hell.
I think I watched that with you too.
It's one of my favorite like movie genres. Like whenever I find one I've never heard of, I'm like,
oh, and Slumber Party Massacre 2.
yeah. Oh,
Can't forget that with the driller killer, where he's got the
with the
guitar that's a drill,
Oh, so
and
good.
then he does guitar solos, and he stabs the young women with the guitar. Oh, it's so amazing,
so good, so good. Love
so
it.
good.
I'm looking at some Class of Nukem High.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah,
I'd like to put that on my list.
yeah.
Very good.
I'm just going on covers here.
There needs to be more rock and roll horror. Britt, if we
There
ever get
definitely
money,
does.
let's make a rock and roll horror film.
100%. That would rule.
Yeah.
Are there other genres? Actually, yeah, there is like
There's rock and roll dramas.
hip hop. Well, what is there? Hip hop horror.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there?
There is.
But there is horrorcore.
The-
So I
the-
suppose
the
that
worst
is what that
film-
is.
One of the worst
but
films I've ever
Tales from
seen.
the Hood.
Tales from the Hood is great. One of the worst films I've ever seen is called Da Hip Hop Witch, which stars Eminem, but it's like I feel like they like cornered Eminem and like kind of did a kind of an interview with him and like told him like, hey, read these lines, and he's like, whatever. And it's really weird and awkward, and it sucks so bad. I love it.
There's also
Technically, Blade could go under hip hop horror a little bit.
It's kind of new metal.
well, Blade is like
Yeah, true.
industrial horror,
Yeah.
That's
or like
true.
techno
That's true.
horror almost.
Techno horror.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, it's like the if Ministry was a fucking superhero movie.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kinda-
It's almost like
And
that. Yeah.
speaking of ministry,
Oh yeah.
Britton, are you going to France with me and Spencer?
The France.
Hellfest, dude.
Did Brent?
Oh, I saw
did Spencer?
I forgot to talk to you about this.
Fill you in.
Yeah.
You're going to France,
Bro,
for
have you,
that?
No,
have you
this
looked
is
at the
just the
lineup for
worst.
Hellfest?
It's pretty awesome.
It's
Yeah,
insane.
I was looking
There's
at
a-
it, but
there's a-
then I'm like, it's France.
There's a day where it's like, tell me the awesome day again, Helen.
It's
The thing that
youth
sucks about
code,
Awesome
health.
Day is like everyone plays at the same time, and you only get to see like two of the artists you like.
So here's the thing. It's like 9 days. We're not going to go on 9 days, but like, I don't know. It's pretty good. The whole,
awesome.
the day we're looking forward to the most is like youth code into health, into ministry, into 9 Inch Nails.
Just fucking sick.
It's pretty goth, dude.
Dude. Like, and that's just like one after another, and you're just like, fuck, I'm gonna get fucked.
And I think on the same day, Decapitated plays, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
And Enslaved, I want to say,
oh,
too.
Fuck, yeah, man. Enslaved is so good. They're always so good
Enslaved
live.
is great live, yeah.
They're so good live.
So, I'm just saying, Spencer and I...
Dude, I'm in. I'm doing it. Let's fucking go to France. Fuck yeah. Oui.
Dude, oui croissant.
Oui croissant. Oui croissant. You just walk around saying that the whole time.
Come on,
do you
Britain.
need to know anything
just get
else?
really drunk on absinthe and yell oui croissant.
Oui croissant.
If there's any Buckethead fans from France listening that want to be on the podcast,
if you want to hang
while we're over there in France.
Yeah, if you want to hang, you want to like oui croissant with us, like hit us up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's do it, dog.
Yeah, let's do it. You're coming, Britt. Let's go to France.
Where did you guys decide that the album was in the park? Because I chose the Phantom Steamboat.
That sounds great to me. I'm into it.
So I actually think it might be a continuation of Pike 105, the Mole Trail, because it is the night of the Snowmole. So I think this actually continues. Either it's a separate like kind of like winter themed ride with a lot of like fans and like fake snow and shit blowing at you. That's like the Mole Trail ride, or it's like just a continuation. Like they revamp the Mole Trail ride and build this onto it.
Tight.
I think you guys should go the Game of Thrones route and have like a Photoshop document of the map, and then you guys keep adding to it.
Oh, that would
rule.
That would be pretty cool. Thanks, Helen. That's a great idea.
That's a beautiful idea. Going back and like listening to every episode.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Buck.
We got to do it though. We got to build it.
Yeah.
We got to build the map.
Yeah.
Build the land.
I thought the Pikes this week were I'd say better than the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I agree.
Very, very, very much elevated by Wall Cobwebs.
Certainly, yeah, that's a banger. Definitely, if you're listening to the Pikes, listen to that one. That one's cool.
Yeah. Pike 110. Do it. Really good stuff. So, now that we listened to those 3 Pikes this week, you want to take a journey with me?
Let's take a journey
into the bucket void.
Statements from the bucket void.
Oh my God, we're here. We're here again. This is my favorite part in the show because this is the part where I get to talk the most. This is where we shine a light into the dark nether regions of the internet and see what people are talking about. See the vibe out there. Get a little taste of the conversation. The meta narrative, if you will, on, the bucket happenings. So, I'm going to start things off. YouTube user Newpath says, 6 years ago, jumped my cold, dead truck with this album.
Wait, which album was this?
This was Pike 110.
I can believe that.
I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's a surge of electricity to the heart.
Oh yeah. I could feel that.
So, speaking of Pike 110, 110 Pike Street is the address of Sneaker City in Seattle, Washington. A store with 4.0 average reviews on Google with 73 reviews. And we're going to read a couple excerpts from that, from their reviews. Google user Dane Mentzer, with 33 reviews to their profile, says 3 years ago, parentheses, translated by Google, end parentheses, boo, original, parentheses, boo. 1 star.
Wow. Ouch.
Pretty good review.
Yeah. I don't totally disagree.
Yeah. So, back to YouTube for a minute. YouTube user Don T says, listening at 12:55, literally crapping my pants. This has to be why I was born. Had to live 69 years to hear something so good.
Okay, so if he's 69 years old, I actually believe
Nice.
this. He's just
Yeah.
like, he's fucking...
That he's actually crapping his pants.
He's actually
like-
doing it.
Oh, it's happening again, but gosh darn it, that Buckethead. He plays a mean guitar.
Makes me want to shit in a bucket.
Oh, yeah.
No, he shit his pants. He literally shat his pants.
I hope he was wearing an adult diaper. Maybe that's his thing, though. Maybe he's into to poopy diapers.
I mean, do you think that's a thing you can pivot to be into if like that ends up being a facet of your life?
I think it is. I think it can be like a fetish of convenience, if you will.
A fetish of necessity more
Yeah.
often.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty interesting stuff. I like the idea of maybe I don't like that
you know
idea.
what they say? Necessity is the mother of fetishism.
They do say that. They
do say
actually
that.
do say that.
They.
YouTube user Jim Muller says, "Eat your heart out, Eddie Van Who. Buckethead was made by the Master Shredder. He was made to rule us all forever." Who do you think the Master Shredder is that made Buckethead?
Probably Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja
Obviously.
Turtles.
Obviously.
Yeah, that dude is the mass. He hates music, as Spencer and I know.
That he does hate music. Shredder does hate music. That is
a
canon.
song on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out of the shell.
The live
Their,
show
the live play production.
from the 90s.
Shredder has a hip hop song called "I Hate Music."
It is fucking amazing. Like it is
It
like
is
one of the most
incredible.
amazing things I've ever seen. I think like so when we watched that together, it was one of the nights where we ate a bunch of edibles that you made, and I was like super fucking high, and
Yeah.
I laughed until I cried. It's
You know
it's
what-
truly beautiful.
You know what? Shredder walked so Death Grips could fly.
100%.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
absolutely. Yeah,
Like-
sounds like it.
Just
yes.
wait until Fontano gets a hold of the fucking Shredder single.
Yeah, for real. That dude
Somebody
follow,
needs to tweet that. To
that
him.
dude follows me on Instagram. I bet if I sent it to him, he'd watch it.
Dude, do
He
it.
does.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, actually.
I know, it's pretty wild. I was like,
Mhm.
what? Why does that guy follow me? Wild. He commented
likes
on
music
something that I
videos.
posted a while ago, and I was like, what? I don't ever read the comments, but sometimes people will message me and be like, you
But you
should
got
look
a
at the
blue
comments,
check
and I'm
mark
like,
following
nah.
What's the weirdest message you've ever
Oh,
received?
dude, there's so many. I don't even know where to start. I get lots of weird messages.
Did you get any?
There's this one
penises?
really weird. I guess I shouldn't say. I get a lot of weird messages. I've gotten messages that are just random gibberish. There was a person that was sending me messages for a while. They haven't sent me a message in a long time, but they would send me messages that were just nonsense. I was like, what are you saying? It was just jumbled words together that meant nothing. It was so confusing, and I would respond to them because I was like, what the fuck is happening? And it went on for a long time. For months they would send me messages and I had no idea what the fuck they were talking about. It was so weird.
So word salad is a classic symptom of schizophrenia.
That's what I thought too. I definitely got schizophrenic vibes from it. But they seemed
happens.
nice. Just
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
Has anyone ever been violent in their
No,
messages?
never.
Mhm.
No,
That's good.
no. It's always.
Oh, except for in the comments, Sublime fans, when you make fun of Sublime, and Tool fans
Oh
are
yeah.
pretty violent.
I haven't seen. As I said, I
Pretty
don't read the
violent.
fucking comments.
Also, has anyone ever propositioned to you for any sexual favors in messages?
I will neither confirm nor deny. That's
Memes for blowjobs,
It's just
baby.
so crazy
That's
to
why we're
me
in
that
the
you're
game.
just like a chick, and like I know who you are, but like some of these girls don't,
It's
and they
true.
might not even know if you're a girl or a guy, and not you might not even be assigned a gender, and you're like, oh, you're just gonna be like, yeah, let's do this.
That's not
Pretty bold.
That's not how it goes.
Just to like message a meme page.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Could someone just fall in love with the memes? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I post
You know?
pictures of myself sometimes on my stories if I'm, like, doing something cool, you know?
Or like bending down.
This
Yeah,
chick
what?
she's kind of slutty. She reposts your stuff all the time.
Oh, tight. Yeah.
And
I love sluts.
You gotta love being reposted by sluts.
Yeah.
I specifically make slutty memes so the sluts will repost them.
Sure.
Yeah.
And also I'm
like
a
stuff
slut,
about
so-
witches and stuff.
Hell
That's
hell
like,
yeah.
okay.
Just like do something about like tarot being cool and having a wet pussy. Boom.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
1,000 shares.
It's like
straight
if you made a meme that was like a picture of Tweety Bird and it was like, I have two moods. 1, tarot, 2, wet pussy. That meme would do so well.
it would.
Let's
it
just
would.
see if you want to make that tonight, and let's like run the experiment.
I like that you like
And-
that so much.
It made me fucking wake up my downstairs neighbor stomping.
I guess I'll have to make it and find out. Yeah.
Yeah, we should run that. Or we, meaning you.
Well, it's not the
should
right
do
kind of
it.
meme for my page, though. Is the thing?
Not you.
Yeah,
No, it's
like-
Brenton.
Yeah.
Oh, should
it'd have
I run this?
Yeah,
Sure.
Just put it out in the universe. and
I
just
think
see.
maybe I'll make it and send it to some pages I think that could post it. And
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube user RJPMH54 says, "Hey, he wears a bucket on his head."
He does.
He
That's
does.
not untrue.
He does
How
do
you
that.
feel about that, Helen?
That's a fact.
That's a
actually.
fact.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
Jack.
YouTube user Moment2Forever, and that's the number 2, says, "The last great guitarist before EDM took over everything." 6 years ago, they said that. Helen, do you agree?
I have to agree. As of today, I am a solid fan.
Yeah. Yeah, EDM. They really like took all the guitarists out and like shot him in the
Right.
head. Pitbull,
They
they
did.
out there shooting up Eddie Van Halen. That's why he
They're
died.
like the Khmer Rouge and like rounding up all the intellectuals and guitarists and boom, one in the back of the head.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Because loud and dumb go burr. One of our friends, returning commenter. We like to shine a light on this user's
Jordan
comments a lot because they're pretty good.
I'm gonna make a song for it. We're gonna have a Vine corner every week. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Are we talking Jordan Vine? Please be talking.
We're
Jordan
talking
Vine.
Jordan Vine. Yeah.
Jordan motherfucking Vine.
Do
in
you-
the house. Give me some Jordan Vine.
Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
You can do it.
Okay.
You can do
All
it.
right. I'll do it this week. YouTube user Jordan Vine says, 6 years ago, the best and greatest guitarist to ever existed. No one is better than him. No one at all. No one whatsoever. Yeah, he's the best and greatest guitarist / musician in the entire history and existence of music. And again, no one is better than him. No one at all. No one whatsoever. Buckethead forever.
Hell yeah, Jordan Vine.
Hell yeah, Jordan Vine.
Tell him like
Jordan.
it is. Jordan Vine likes to like write in all caps and use a lot of punctuation and things.
We have to
I hope Jordan Vine is like 9 years old.
I bet he is.
He-
I bet he just.
he's a
like,
teenager.
He just got his dad bought him like a guitar. His dad probably has like a Buckethead replica guitar, and he's like really into it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Jim Moeller again proposes an
More.
interesting thing.
Oh, okay. We got a returning guest.
Indeed. When I pass, I want his music library played forever in my tomb. I can only hope this is on the loudspeakers in heaven.
Is this the one that you wanted to share, Helen? Is this the...
I did. I was moved. I
Me
couldn't
too.
help but be moved on
beautiful.
that. And I was thinking, if you guys could reach out to Jim, if he could also put the Buckethead podcast
Yeah,
in
obviously.
his rotation, in his tomb.
It's just as good. You know,
totally just as good as that.
it's just as
great
good.
music.
It's just as high quality. It's just as
Sure.
important. Really,
It's sound. It's all sound.
As Jim's corpse is laying there,
Mm-hmm.
you guys just kind of talk to him about how cool Buckethead is.
Tell you now.
and jerking off while listening to Buckethead, taking a shower
That's
while
how-
listening to Buckethead.
Oh.
You know, all the cool stuff, the good stuff, the proper stuff, the righteous stuff. I mean,
Right
What's the
stuff.
longest you've ever listened to Buckethead straight?
like a couple hours.
Yeah, probably like
Wow.
4 hours, 5 hours maybe.
Question though, like if y'all got to pick an artist to play forever in your tomb, who would it be?
I would put on like 1000 scary Halloween sounds CD.
That's pretty good.
Like a bargain bin ass Halloween like special effects CD.
Ass Halloween.
Hell yeah, that would rock so hard, dude.
Helen, what would you do?
I don't know. I'm on the fence of like the Prince discography, like with all the
Oh,
B-sides of
tight,
everything.
Tight. But
Well,
like
wait,
played at the
including
same time
unreleased
though,
stuff?
right? Like played at the same time. Like every Prince song played at the same time,
that
right?
Yeah. So every note in music, just all at once.
at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I think like some solid like Vangelis would be pretty cool too.
Tight. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. That
Or
would
Vangelis, sorry.
rock. I'm
I don't
sorry.
know.
Yeah, apologize
yes.
to Brit.
Yeah.
I think that or like an Enya or
Enya
like
would rock.
nice.
Yeah.
oh, what's
I was
the
thinking
other
Return
one?
to Innocence.
Yeah.
Return to Innocence would
Yeah,
be sick.
Enigma.
Yeah,
so
Enigma.
Enigma.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was
Return to
thinking. Like
Innocence?
and
Hell
then yeah, like if it's gonna be in, but then again, it's like it's in your tomb, so it's like it's a really small space.
Yeah.
So like, do you want to
Yeah.
cater to the venue?
I was thinking
'Cause then
just
it would be
like
more like
just a playlist of random fart sounds. Like I think would be really
Yeah.
good.
That would be really good.
Really appropriate.
or something like at a vibration or bass, so that my body like decomposed like in a crazy ass way
Assway.
because
for
it's
sure.
like constantly being rattled.
Yeah. I love that.
Shake,
Like
rattle,
just
and
so like
roll,
Miami
baby.
bass music, basically. You just want Tootsie Roll by 69 Boys on repeat forever.
Or a
Do you
3-6
have
Mafia.
another comment? Because there was a comment underneath that comment to like bring it back
Yeah.
that said, quote, by Three Visions God Park, quote, I would literally sit there and listen until my bones crumbled away into dust. I wish there was a way for me to listen to Buckethead play like this forever without end.
What
So
a time.
again-
What a time.
Letting
This is dramatic.
your body decompose.
Uh-huh.
Literally just listening to Buckethead until you're just sitting there and your bones have turned to
That's
dust.
so sick.
Pretty poetic.
Like, you know, when thinking about like the best decomposing music, my first thought is like Andrew WK, right? Because it's
Oh,
like
Party
it's that
Hard
like
to
four
death.
to the floor, like boom pa boom pa boom pa for like
yeah.
forever, right? So like that's gotta like decompose you pretty good, and it's all just like party tunes. You're like, yeah, of course I want to decompose. Like this is the best music to decompose to.
And another user, and I'm just saying because I actually did write this stuff down
Please.
without knowing this was in your show, which is
It
amazing.
is
Is
amazing.
quote, his music feels like a great time with my own father or something like that. So
like what's something like that? Like an uncle that's like pretty close.
and I'm just kind of sitting here thinking about the Buckethead music and how it reminds that guy of just chilling with his dad.
like how much like his dad do you think the person has to be for the experience to be like
How
that?
many
like
Sobe bongs did his dad smoke? is
so
really
much.
what
Do you
his
think
big
like
question
smoking
is.
a bowl with like the pizza delivery guy is like enough like that?
some great times with his dad.
Great times.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is the last time I'll be on the pod because Britain's going to be like never again because it's going to be like 5 hours long every time.
It's so good.
But yeah.
No, my brother's never allowed again.
Yeah. Because he kept
he tried
over
to add
the podcast.
segments.
Yeah.
That's me. Yeah, no, this
you're
is
good.
what you were
This
like,
is
okay,
fine.
we actually have a script. And I'm like, okay, sorry.
Okay.
I thought we were just going through YouTube.
We got just a couple more. YouTube user Rocco Bianco proposes something very interesting. He says, or they say, dude, it's like being able to travel through time and being able to listen to Bucketheads from other dimensional outcomes. That's how many Pikes there are. If you don't understand, look into time actually being 3D.
Yeah, look into that.
I love the idea. The last part, just like time is 3D. That's good.
This is somebody's high stepbrother from like 1996.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, time is 3D. Check this out. Like, you see how my hand is like this? Like, time can go like that and like that, man. Think about that, man.
And then puts on Lateralis and like
Yes.
fucking
No,
loads
this was
the bong.
Undertow at the time.
Yeah.
He was listening to Undertow.
Tight. It's pretty good.
Very tight.
I like the idea of like Bucketheads from other dimensions though. Like that does lend an interesting thing to the Pikes, I think. Like different Bucketheads making different music. I like the idea of that. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's
the evolution.
it's the Bucketverse right there.
Yeah,
Bucketverse.
I would say the Bucketverse is way better than the MCU.
I would agree with that 100%.
I would agree 100%. Yeah. Some YouTube user with Cyrillic characters in their name, so I can't pronounce it, says, Jimmy Page is proud now. And then James Dean, porn star, responds, Buckethead is bigger than Jimmy Page.
James Dean, the porn star,
The
replied
actual
that?
porn star?
Holy cow.
Is he like blue check marked or like?
No.
How do you know?
I'm just assuming. Like he's got to be a Bucket fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
He definitely has that swag to him.
100%.
Bucket swag.
Well, you said yourself it would be 109 would be on a porn, right?
Yeah, I did say
So-
that. Yeah.
Maybe he had the same thought. And he was like scouting music for a new film.
Probably. I believe it. So now we got two more. First is one of my favorite segments of the show. Every time, it's always my favorite segment. And that is a statement from the Britain Void. Which is where I pick a text that Britt sent to me a long time ago. We share it here. So, on September 12th, 2018, at 12:50 a.m., Britt texted me, and this is all in caps, but I'm not going to yell it. Shrek is love. Shrek is life. Shrek is husband. Donkey wife.
Yeah. You mean donkey wife?
Pretty good. We
Pretty good.
love that. We love that around here. And lastly, but certainly not least, we're going to read one more review from Sneaker City in Seattle, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Google user Taylor Erickson 3 years ago gave Sneaker City 2 stars out of 5 and said, butthole selection.
I fucking love butthole selection, dog.
Statements from the Bucket
Spencer, what do you got to recommend to me this week, friend?
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so I've been listening to a bunch of hip hop lately. like a bunch of hip hop, and
Mm-hmm.
hip hop is a sort of thing where like I go in phases on it. Like I've always liked hip hop, but like sometimes I want to listen to it more than I want to listen to it other times. And like there's something about the summer months that makes me want to listen to like cool jazzy beats with dudes saying stuff over it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird way
Yeah,
to
I
describe
feel
hip hop, but that's what I like. So I have been listening to, let me actually pull this up here. Sorry, 1 second. I've been listening to Gangstarr's 1998 album, Moment of Truth.
Gangstarr rocks.
Gangstarr fucking rules.
Justin always used to listen to a lot of Gangstarr.
For sure.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool stuff.
But this album in particular, Moment of Truth from 98, is an absolute ripper. Every song is a banger. It's so good. Like the beats are so good. The rhymes are so good. Like the lyrical content is really interesting. Like it's all amazing. And I cannot recommend it enough.
Excellent. Helen, do you have anything to recommend to us this week?
It can be anything. Whatever you want. Any kind of a
Anything
thing.
you've been into, if you want to recommend one of the new sodas you're really stoked about. I think last week I recommended the new Baja Blast Zero because it rocks my world, baby. The Major Melon,
Yeah, actually, well, the beverage that I'm have right now is called Fruit Smash, and it's a hard seltzer from New Belgium, and it's made with real juice, kind of like Spindrift.
I like Spindrift. Spindrift's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's like a seltzer, but also like Spindrift, and it doesn't have that like weird malt taste like
Oh, nice.
some of the White Claw and Truly. I don't like the aftertaste a lot.
Mhm.
This one's a lot lighter. Other than that, I'm trying to think of stuff I can recommend music wise.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound really dumb, but the new Skrillex is really good, and I would never say that.
You wouldn't
But
say that. That is a surprise to hear you say that.
I thought the new Skrillex was really good.
Like the whole record, or just like one of the singles?
I'm not. This is a new single,
Oh, it's a single. Okay.
and I just was
Okay.
like, "Oh, this is pretty good," and I've been listening to it a lot and kind of going down memory lane with that. But other than
That's
that,
fun.
I can also recommend us going to France. That's really it.
Dude,
I just want to get that
also
figured out
That's a
recommend
recommend
that
right
too.
there.
That sounds
Yeah.
sick as fuck. Let's
because
do
tickets going. Yeah,
that. I'm into it.
we can go back to this episode, and then when we're in,
We
Friends
can
are
do
gonna
it.
be
We
like,
can do
"Oh,
another. We
this
can do
one
an
we talked
episode
about it."
in France. You know,
Mhm.
a follow up. It'll be good.
Yeah,
Yeah, be
totally.
great.
Right, Britain?
Correct.
Hell
No,
yeah.
I'm not going to France.
You're going to France. We're making it happen.
No, I still need to get
Did you-
a passport. I don't think I can get
I
it in
got.
time.
I got to get a passport too. So we just got to
It's
do it.
in a year.
Yeah.
Oh, it's next year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
I didn't
next
know that.
June. You got a
Oh,
year.
Okay. Well, next May we got a Dan concert, baby.
Oh yeah, baby. We're gonna go see Steely Dan. It's gonna be so sick. Can't wait.
Oh wait, are you going to the Seattle and the Portland dates?
The
Steely Dan
Seattle
with
one. Yeah,
Steve Winwood?
that's correct.
Hell yeah.
But I was getting tickets to that.
Oh
Yeah,
my
come to
God,
Seattle
what?
and we're going. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
we gotta go.
Yeah,
It
we're-
was supposed to be on my birthday.
We're in what
this year.
We're in the second row, I think. Is that right, or the sixth row? Some shit.
What the
like that?
heck?
We're really close. We're
Yeah, I'm down.
Dude.
Well, I don't know if I can get second row, but I definitely can
Dude.
we can meet up before
got it.
and then jam out and then after.
No, we're gonna Dan out. Is what we're gonna do.
Dan out.
Dudes.
Yeah, Dan out with your clan out.
Oh no.
I don't know about that. I'm
No.
gonna retract that.
No,
Between that and the baby
No,
is
no, this isn't
we're going to
good.
jail.
Isn't good. Britt, what you got to recommend?
So yeah,
Well, it's not something I'm going to recommend to you, Spencer, because I know you've already watched it, because you watched it with me last week.
Oh yeah.
It's what I'm recommending to the rest of the world.
Oh, no.
2019's Loqueesha,
Oh my
starring
God.
and directed.
You can't recommend this. It is
By Jeremy Seville.
unrecommendable.
It is. I am not often at a loss for words.
Yeah.
This movie is so hard to explain. Basically, there's this bartender who's divorced but needs to send his kid to private school. And to do that, he tries to get a radio show, but when he realizes they don't want a white guy doing it, he impersonates a black woman and becomes very successful doing it. The film is racist, lowbrow, abhorrent, disgusting, and
It's so
just
uncomfortable to watch. And
Sounds
like
yeah.
I cannot stress enough. This film came out in 2019.
yeah.
And like the way
Yeah.
it's presented in the film, like there are characters in the film that are like, hey, maybe what you're doing isn't cool, but ultimately the resolution in the film, you know, I'm not going to spoil too much, but like it's more just like he's like, yeah, I can just do this and it's fine, and everybody around him's like, yeah, it's fine. That's pretty much the
Blows
movie.
me away.
It's
Blows me away.
not great. Like it's
No, bad.
It-
Very
but
bad.
what's funny is it's like,
like
it's
it.
like reasonably well produced. Like it's
Yeah.
shot decently. It's like edited decently. Like the acting, even though it is bad, is still like serviceable.
Not terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and he is a
I'm,
film.
I'm
he made-
looking at an article. It says, "quote Is Loqueesha the worst film ever made?"
It's
From the
somewhere
Guardian,
in there.
so it's a good source.
It might be on like my bottom
Yeah.
10 worst films ever.
It
made.
might be
It's-
one of the worst I've ever seen, just because
it's
of like how uncomfortable it made me.
Mhm.
Which like
Mhm.
it's almost a horror film in that way.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh no, this can't be happening, and then it keeps happening.
Yeah. You said, "Oh no," a lot when watching the film.
I
Like,
did.
"Oh,
I did.
no.
You know,
Oh no.
whenever I encounter something truly objectionable, I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yeah.
And like that was a feeling I felt a lot while watching this.
It was terrible. But Loqueesha 2019, it's available to watch on, I think, Tubi. Watch it on Tubi. Terrible.
Yep.
It'll hurt your mind.
It will hurt your mind. It's kind of like doing drugs in a way.
Yeah, really bad. It's like salvia. It's like it's like a slow burn salvia where you're like, this is uncomfortable and my life is falling down around me, but it's a movie. Terrible.
100%. 100%.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Buckethead.
Britt,
Spencer,
do you have them?
I'm sorry.
Ha 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 bucket joke. Ha 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 bucket joke. Ha 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 bucket joke. Ha 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 bucket joke.
So we like to close out the show with a few jokes about things we think are funny, music in general and stuff. So I write some jokes. What beat did what beat did Vinnie Paul what beat did Vinnie Paul have the most difficulty keeping?
His heartbeat.
His heartbeat. Damn it, that was the punchline. What's the difference between Jimmy Page and Steven Tyler?
I don't know.
Well, definitely not kidnapping underage girls to take with them on tour as sex slaves.
God damn.
Definitely not that.
Jesus Christ.
The FDA announced this week they're finishing up research on a nearly 100% effective form of over-the-counter male birth control.
Sick.
So they're letting Dream Theater release that album later this year.
Pretty good. Pretty
Why
good.
did the Chinese medicine man believe the Deftones were losing their mystic energy?
I don't know.
Because they lost their chi.
Damn. R.I.P.
Oh,
Chi,
wow, it's a
dude.
deep one.
That's dark.
I'm sorry.
R.I.P. Chi.
Yeah, I mean, he was a great bassist.
This is a great basis.
Missed. Very missed.
Buckethead.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Kurt Cobain and Ted Nugent?
I don't know.
Well, Courtney Love was 26 when she gave Kurt Cobain a blowjob, but 12 when she did it for Ted Nugent. So I guess that's 14 years.
Fuck off.
How many Guns N' Roses fans does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Tell me more.
10. 1 to do it, and 9 to talk about how Slash could have done it with more emotion or some fucking horseshit like that. What does a black metal band Immortal take after a big sweaty show? A bath.
I know. I knew you were going to say it. I was going to say it.
What's the difference between Jeffrey Epstein's private island and Les Claypool's basement?
No. Oh, no. No.
Bill Gates would never go in Les Claypool's basement.
It's fucked up.
What high-pitched sequencer is known to cause frequent headaches if used for anything other than its proper musical application?
I don't know.
Grimes. What are you... Gonna let that siren go by.
Okay.
That's my house.
Cool. You live in Muldoon? Or?
Sorry. Yeah.
Really?
No.
Fairview?
I live downtown. Sorry.
Okay.
Understandable. This was all the motorcycles. Yeah.
What do you call? What do you call power metal band Sabaton after they leave the stage?
I don't know.
Sabatoff.
Fuck you.
What else do you call Sabaton after they leave the stage? Sounding better already.
Yeah.
What do evangelicals and metalheads have in common?
Bad taste.
Yeah, and they both prefer the Old Testament.
That's true. Well,
That's a good one.
Kind of. I actually like
the New Testament album rules.
Dude, their newest record is really good.
It's one of their best. It's awesome. It's so good.
Super awesome.
Unexpectedly good.
No, they're still really good.
Yeah. What's a big, hairy metal and full of holes?
Tell me.
Dennis.
Dimebag Daryl.
Oh, close.
Damn.
And I'm gonna close it out with this one here. What's the only thing you could do to make Dimebag less metal? Remove the bullets.
Bucket joke.
Well, we're all going to hell.
I am. I definitely am.
I'm going to hell just for being here.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, this show seems like purgatory at this point, so we're halfway there, I guess.
Living on a prayer.
This has been Britton.
This is Helen.
And this has been Spencer. You've been listening to Gettin' Head, a Bucketcast.
Stay greasy, Bucketheads.
Namaste.